My name's Gary Wederspahn.
Cool. And what are you doing here today?
Well, we're coming to visit the fair.
Cool. And do you live in Frogtown?
No, I don't live in Frogtown.
How did you hear about the fair today?
Online, we heard about it and thought we'd like to come.
Okay, cool. And what kind of food stories might you be able to share?
Well, I think perhaps an interesting one is the neighborhood house free food market that I volunteer at. I spend probably 4 days a week there volunteering. I think it's interesting that we have many different cultures and national backgrounds and ethnicities coming through there to get free food, and I thought it was really interesting to discover all their different preferences and attitudes towards food.
Yeah, and so when you say preferences, and are people hesitant to, so some of the food that you're donated, is it from different cultures? That the food that gets donated, is it from different cultures, and are people from the U.S. culture, quote unquote, more hesitant to that, or is it the other way around?
It's mostly the other way around. Okay. Most of our food is donated either by major companies, and sometimes this time of year we're getting it from gardens, community gardens and things like that. The issue is that when people come in to pick up their food, one of my jobs is to go walk around with them and try to communicate cross-culturally to them and help them understand what the foods are. Okay. And many times people don't recognize things like rutabagas or certain crops that are donated, and they don't know what to do with them. And so I try to tune into the Somali lady or the lady from El Salvador or the guy from Mongai or whatever, and they all have different attitudes towards food. A lot of times our canned foods that are donated to us, people don't, they pick up the can, they look at it, they aren't sure that it's really inside what's on the outside of the can, and they decline them. So a lot of it has to do with bridging the cultural gap in food preferences. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, definitely. So when you say that in the work that you've done, it's bridging the cultural gap is like what is the biggest barrier to to giving food to people?
I think the biggest barrier is building trust. We want to have the people that come in to get the free food feel like honored guests and clients, and avoid any sense of shame or negative attitudes that might crop up. And so I do a lot of kind of PR and joking and so on to establish that trust. Then sometimes they will try something just based on my recommendation, and the next time I see them I ask them, well, what about that? What did you think?
Cool. Anything else you might like to add to that?
No, I think that this fair is fantastic, and I hope we don't get rained on.